I never saw your hot wax part, and I actually found it on MySpace. On my MySpace profile, it probably says like logged in like April 30th, 2012. Like people are gonna be like, this dude still goes to MySpace.
Dude, Mike Moe had the best quote. He just tweeted it one day. He was like, I'd rather be caught jerking off than checking my MySpace.
Pretty true.
It's so true.
You guys used to live in a house together, right? The hot wax house, is this correct?
Technically, he lived at the hot wax house at a different generation than I lived at the hot wax house.
There was many generations.
And then this dude eventually lived there and had like a wall covered in guns in his room. And I was like, he was like, dude, you gotta check this out. And I walked in, I felt like I was being illegal looking at all these guns.
The artillery room.
But it was really shocking. I mean, they were like machine gun style guns.
That's
like,
awesome.
There's no reason to have this gun because you have to haul it. It might as well just rent it at the gun range because that's the only place you could ever fire that thing.
Yeah.
And you could literally mow a house down, like just like fire it along the fucking base and just like the house is just off. I was always like really not into guns, whereas he's like an all-American, like has NRA tats and
No.
Yeah.
The NRA tat?
I just have the Second Amendment.
Nice.
With the eagle, of course, with guns.
And
television.
The eagle packing heat.
I mean, Vista is not the safest place on earth. You're really gonna need to pack heat over here.
Yeah, we all have knives. That'll just at least get you enough space to run.
You have a knife sponsor.
I do. They sent me one because I have bobcats and stuff like in my backyard sometimes, and bobcats like they want issues with you, but like that knife will deal with a bobcat if that happens.
What do you have, a knife in your mouth and you're like
what's
ready
the move
for it?
if a bobcat
comes? I don't know.
You make yourself look really big. I mean, you flick out the knife and you just make yourself really big and make a shit ton of noise. Yeah, beat your chest, but not holding a knife. You'd be We've gone far off subject.
No, I would love to see you wrestle a bobcat.
I got a bobcat, a mountain lion though. That's like, that's not happening.
Kyle's, you're colorblind?
Yeah.
We'll have samples and like, he'll be wearing like the sickest shirt. Like we have like one sample of this one shirt and he was wearing it. I was like, God, that is so sick, man. That's the sickest color. I'm bummed you got it. And he's like, what color is it? I was just like, you suck, dude. Just everything he gets, like this sleeve came in defective. It's like mustard yellow on that shirt. Just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Give it to Kyle.
I don't know any better.
Kyle, you went kayaking and went overboard?
Shit.
Yeah.
What happened with that?
It was so dumb. It's so awesome and refreshing.
Did you lose the kayak?
No, it was like pretty still water. But we're like looking at these like, were they seals? They were seals, right?
Yeah, they were seals.
Seals in La Jolla?
Yeah, La Jolla.
La Jolla.
And I had my GoPro like kind of filming it and take pictures and whatnot. And I ended up turning around and like did like I had it on my head and I did like a stupid wave to Chris and Red and just like completely lost where I was and I'm just like right over the side, just chilling in the water, like, man, that really was I the first one to fall off this fucking thing?
But then we were like cruising back in, and like where all the waves go, and this dude's like right up in our faces with the GoPro because he had already like docked his shit.
Yeah, already
so
went in.
He's
dropped
trying
the kayak.
to film us. He's like messing with us, and so my wife and I flipped.
I heard that you also built your car from scratch.
I did.
You're man. You're like a man.
I know.
Man's
And what
man.
are you?
I'm nowhere near as manly as him. Like, I feel like
You're like a man.
I feel like a little kid.
USA
like a little girl.
tattoos, got a bunch of
Guns,
guns.
builds cars. Hey, you were dating a chick that was boning a Philadelphia Flyer?
This is so rad.
Yeah. I'm like, I guess like 80% sure that this is like a real story.
20%
So go for it.
No, like I was actually
No
dating
names,
her.
no slang.
She was your girlfriend at the time.
Yeah, we did it for like a couple months, but we ended up like going out to dinner and she's like texting like a dude and kind of like weirded out by that, I guess. And she's like, oh yeah, my friend Danny, you know, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool, I guess. Like, I have friends. So, like, I guess I was hanging out with, like, a bunch of friends and, like, mentioned her name, and he's like, oh, is that chick that, like, banned the whole Flyers team? I'm like, what do you mean? Apparently, that's the word on the street, and I was like kind of thrown off, and then I'm, like, thinking, and then, like, we, like, hung out again, and that Danny turned out to be, like, Danny Briere. I'm like, holy shit, this is true. This is happening. She's like, oh yeah, like we met like out somewhere, like in Philly, and I was just like,
and now we're friends.
Shit,
One thing led to another.
This is real. Like, oh, so
well,
I gotta get the hell out of here.
Get the hell out of here. Get my ass kicked by a Flyer.
Wait, so my question is like, how do all your friends know that you have a huge dick? Is it like a urinal situation where someone accidentally looks over and?
I don't think guys actually.
Oh, are we talking about me or talking about him?
Yeah, who are we talking about?
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about Briere.
We're actually talking about you.
I still thought we were on the Flyers.
That's awesome.
Weird, you were well endowed. You and
What?
Me and Briere?
I think what happens is you sack a rail and then it's in so much pain. You check to see if it's still round, like immediately.
And that's how your friends, you're like, dude, does this look weird to you? Can you just tell me if that feels broken?
Oh, you can win a street league, like with the way some of the dudes are skating now.
I mean, crazier things have happened, but you know, like it's already nuts. But dudes are gonna, like this street league, dudes are gonna have specialty moves on the lock that you've never seen. That it's like, what in the world? This dude has been in the lab studying this move. And they're gonna like debut tricks at Street League and stuff, you know. It's actually kind of cool.
Do you think ever think back to the kickflip against Shane O'Neill? Was that like a pressure thing, the one that you missed, where?
I know I could have gotten that.
That was like the saddest thing ever.
You know what? Every time it's brought up, it's sad again. So thanks, guys.
There was so much pressure.
You know what's funny is Deer Deck brings it up every single
As
event.
you're skating?
No, yeah, like right before the contest or like in the lobby beforehand. He always brings it up, and he's just like, let's run that through. Like, how'd that thing go? And then they play it on the Jumbotron, like, look at this sad bastard.
Like 3 years ago.
Dude, they still play it on the Jumbotron, like, look at this fail.
I know that it was just your birthday, Chris, and you guys went to Vegas, but I heard you got wild in the streets. Can you explain to me what happened out there?
I mean, we had a Super Soaker filled with Jaeger, right? I fell asleep in front of the hotel room because I didn't have a room key.
That was really cool.
Called him at like 5 in the morning. Like,
yeah, he's like, I'm outside. Open up the door, please. And I walked out there. It's literally 5 in the morning. And I'm just like in my underwear, just like open up the hotel room door, and I'm like looking around. And he's fully face on the carpet, army crawling into the room.
No.
Swear.
Yes. Wait, what did you guys do with the Super Soaker full of Jaeger? Just shoot it in each other's mouth and be like,
yeah, we tried to see how
like,
far we could shoot it into
so
somebody's
go
face. Go long, get sprayed.
Gnarly.
Get sprayed.
Yeah.
Get sprayed.
Wear a parka. Or just ruin your own
Start puking.
clothes.
Yeah.
Start puking.
One winner.
Rob hasn't seen it, so there's no way he can win. Okay, here we go.
Shut the. No way.
Yeah, I know, it's tragic. This week's contest we're going to be doing with Chris and Kyle, and they're going to choose out of your guys' submissions what Dumb and Dumber quote is the best Dumb and Dumber quote. So give us all your best, and these guys will be choosing them. You'll win Omit apparel and DC shoes and 0 stuff. We don't know yet what, so just choose your best quote. And good luck.
That was great.